And I was thinking of these terrible, evil things that people have gone through and then found a way to grasp these little things and be grateful for them. And I can't remember right now, somebody's going to go duh, but it was someone in a concentration camp.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
the head lice was so bad.
Yep.
And this little girl said, thank God for the head lice, because the Germans kept their distance because they didn't want the head lice. But that allowed these Jews to gather together and to pray and to help one another. And I was like, they were grateful.
Mm-hmm. And that's for everybody. At any time,
yeah,
whoever's listening, at any time, whatever this does, whenever it's out there, those things of transformation from mortal to immortality to other worlds, we believe that that's for everybody. That all creation is going through a process, is going to become something greater.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It's going to know the love of the Father in a greater way.
Yeah, that's that whole every tongue confess, every knee shall bow.
Yeah,
that's what that Goody was saying. You're going to be prepared for that moment, and everything you went through in this life is preparing you for the glory that is about to be revealed.
And why wouldn't?
And you'll be prepared for that moment.
Why not? Why wouldn't it be that way?
Yes. Why wouldn't it?
Why you said
unfold like that?
And I think you said, why'd we ever think anything different?
I know. When there
it's
were
all
times,
based in fear.
We
brought up some of the fear. We see that now in each other or other conversations. You know, everything's based so many things are.
It's a powerful
beliefs
motivator.
And structures and decisions.
Fear is incredible motivator.
And I'm sure we can find all these wonderful, good examples where it makes sense. That it needs to be, healthy dose of that for this reason or what have you. And you can put it in all those things. But so many times, I think, without knowing it, that's a driver of some of these belief systems. And when you break out of something, or you're attempting to break someone else out of their, then there's all these fights and resistance to that. So fear, that's a big.
It is. It's huge. And we were just talking about a situation in which I go into further detail with Steve Martin, but
I can't wait to see
I scared a friend, someone I love. I scared her about her kids. She was concerned that the information I was giving her, that I would share that with her kids. And that was not something she wanted them to hear. And in the moment, I was offended that she would think I'd do that. And now I'm like, heavens, no wonder she responded the way she did. And you know what? She was terrified for her young ones. Crazy Uncle Chris. It's going to lead you down the primrose path.
She's just trying to err on the side of reason here.
And I was being unreasonable. I think I was truthful in a lot of things, but the way in which I was sharing it was horrific. Was not.
That can be the simplest of things. Now, when you're presented with something new, a new idea, if it's outside of someone's system or whatever, they're going to be. They may resist that, and that's okay. Or we should look or understand that that's going to happen. And that shouldn't change anything at all as far as our response. That's what we've been talking about in these shows and what we want to try to keep bringing out. Because there's something really to that. It is about that. And sometimes it can seem a weaker type stance or whatever. Like, you're not standing strong on something and telling somebody the truth. But I think it's a much stronger stance to see what's happening, to where you can then love in those moments when someone is, if it really, like I said, I laugh sometimes these things that we would frame as persecution.
What a joke.
What about the times when we really are going to be met with real hard persecution
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
And then what's the response? It's got to be love.
Yep. It has to be love.
Yeah,
And then
so that-
expect
It's got to be this love.
Expect-
love back. And now for us, we're nothing, so we're gonna try to love and learn from other people. While we're look for opportunities like that, because there's a lot of everyone's got these deep things from God within them, knowingly or not knowingly or whatever. They have things to teach us.
I think
No
of
matter where
those
they're at.
moments and I think, how did I not know that the way in which I was sharing was going to be received that way? Well, it's because God was doing a very specific work with me at that time.
Yeah, that's
And it's amazing today. I can think, that person, that Chris, back then he should have known that would be. But he didn't. He was in a different place. He was all about what he'd been learning, and we know that knowledge puffs up, and that's what I was doing in a large sense. But at the same time, because Father does this stuff in our journey, now I sit back and go, for crying out loud, of course that's how she responded.
no. I'm glad you brought that up. It's a really good point. Just something to think on as you guys are
Well, and be patient with ourselves.
going through your relationships and
Yeah.
and we say that a lot. Look to learn, from others. I don't know why we, looking back, why we weren't in that mindset or what all the reasons are exactly trying to do. You're trying to get somebody to come into seeing things.
We had some external forces that were, kind of pushing us to be heralding and so forth, and it was with well intentions, good intentions. I get all of that, somehow the message was lost about maybe how we do that, or
we're going to keep exploring
potential perception. Yeah, we're going to
how,
keep exploring that.
the why. Even
Yeah,
what is our role
right.
as far as with others? How do you see yourself in that, or how we see ourselves, but yeah, looking back on so many of these examples Chris talked about, or that I have, or any way we talk about it now, we say this a lot too. It's all, you just said it. It's far kind of, we didn't realize at the time, we think we're there to do something for somebody else, when Father's got us going through something to learn, to teach us things,
Yeah.
It's not even about all these things that we might think that scene's about
Right.
at the time
Oh,
in
yeah.
history.
Oh yeah.
To
we're
make
in
a
that
point,
moment, yeah.
to make a point there, and then, but it was a time of learning,
Yeah.
and that's wonderful. And so to look at it like that eases me up a lot of times when you get stuck. It's like, okay, what am I? Because I get in those situations all the time.
Gosh, yeah.
We're still going to get in situations where you want to, where you're uncomfortable with things, or uncomfortable with what other people are saying or thinking or believing, and doesn't line up. Like I've said before, it'd be really nice if everybody thought like me, right? That'd be great.
Yeah.
So that rises up all the time. It's like, oh, how do you?
That makes me think of the uncle, my wife's uncle, who performed our marriage. He was a pastor for 40 years, I think. And he told us a story of a couple where they never argued. They never had a crossword. They never disagreed with each other. And my uncle said, well, clearly one of you is unnecessary. And I've always remembered that.
Right.
Iron sharpens iron just like one man sharpens another. So don't be afraid of that.
Okay. Well,
Y'all take care and have a good week. We love you.
yep. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.